This is a look at the original ending of Neon Genesis Evangelion from the 1997 film, The End of Evangelion. It's actually important to note that this film was released in Japanese theaters before the final 3 episodes of the TV series aired. So for many fans, this was the ending of Evangelion as a whole up until the re-release of the movie in 2021. In the film, Rei finally awakens after being in a coma for the past 2 months. When she awakes, she finds herself inside NERV's headquarters, and she quickly reunites with her friends. She's a bit confused as to why everyone is so happy to see her, but soon learns that she has been gone for quite some time. Meanwhile, the situation outside becomes more and more dire. More and more angels appear, including the one Rei had previously fought alongside, Adam. And it looks like all hope is lost when the mass production Eva units are destroyed and Shinji is critically wounded. However, despite everything, Shinji still manages to get up and fight in his Eva. But he doesn't just do this out of bravery or courage. In fact, he wants to do anything he can to escape the despair he feels inside. He no longer wishes to be a hero, and instead just wants to die. Rei suddenly appears in the middle of the battle and saves Shinji from certain death. She tells him that she will help him bear his pain, and then they share a kiss. This awakens something inside of Shinji. He is reminded of what it was that made him become an Eva pilot in the first place. His desire to connect with others and be a hero. And so Shinji rejects Rei's offer and tells her that she must not interfere. He then pilots his Eva into the ocean, where it self-destructs, taking out the remaining angels with it. As the dust clears, we see that Tokyo 3 has been completely destroyed, but the world as a whole remains intact. The film ends with everyone coming together to mourn the fallen and rebuild their lives. Shinji attends school normally for the first time in years, while Rei returns to being an emotionless tool of the organization. Now, I know that was a pretty intense and depressing summary, but I promise there is a lot of cool stuff to unpack here. First off, let's talk about how great it is to see Rei finally awake and kicking butt. She is definitely one of the most badass characters in the series, and it's always fun to see her in action. Plus, her interactions with Shinji are super interesting. She has feelings for him, but because she lacks the ability to express them properly, she ends up confessing in a very unique way. The animation and fight scenes in this movie are top-notch as well. The battles with the angels are fast-paced and exciting, and the animation team does a great job of making the Evas look powerful and imposing. However, let's move on to my favorite part of the movie, which is Shinji's character development. He goes through a lot in this film, and I think it's really well done. He's initially very depressed and wants to die, but he eventually finds the strength to live on and connect with others. It's a very cathartic character arc, and I think it's handled very well. Of course, no discussion of Evangelion would be complete without mentioning the symbolism. There's a lot to unpack here, but I think a major theme is the importance of human connection. Throughout the series, Shinji often feels isolated and alone, but he eventually learns that he doesn't have to be. The ending also leaves a lot of room for interpretation, which is something I appreciate as a viewer. Overall, I think Neon Genesis Evangelion is a fantastic anime, and the end of Evangelion is a great way to experience the story. The animation, fight scenes, and character development are all top-notch, and the film has a lot of thought-provoking themes to discuss. Whether you're a fan of the series or new to it, I highly recommend checking it out. What did you guys think of the movie? Let me know in the comments down below. And if you enjoyed this video, then be sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more content. Until next time, take care.